Hi, I'm T.M. Powell with CW44, and we're at Great Explorations in St. Petersburg, where they introduce new and innovative ways for children to learn through creativity, play, and explorations.
Good morning, Mookie Harris coming to you from the Great Explorations Children's Museum here in St. Petersburg, home of over 14 themed exhibits with over 70 hands-on activities, right in the heart of downtown St. Petersburg. I'm here basically to show you all around because a lot of you, I'm sure, have never even been inside this building, let alone a children's museum. And if you've never been in a children's museum, you might be asking yourself what makes it different from a regular museum. The word museum means a place where you can be inspired. It comes from the same Greek word as muse. And in a children's museum, you might not have the artifacts and things that you have in a typical adult museum, but there's a whole lot to inspire. Want to see? Come on. Great Explorations has been in the St. Petersburg area for 26 years. Currently, it resides right next door to Sunken Gardens. The goal, the very mission of Great Explorations is to stimulate creativity, play, and exploration in children. These magnetic building blocks are a perfect example of the type of thing where we're giving kids a tool and not necessarily telling them that this is a magnet and it has different polarities and things like that. But they learn very quickly which sides connect and which sides don't, and what they can do to make various objects. And again, having a grown-up sitting doing the same activity with them, or even a different activity close by, makes all the difference in the world. Oftentimes this is the type of slow learning that children really need. When I say slow learning, I mean at their own pace. Sometimes kids take up to 2 hours playing in one area, which for us adults can sometimes seem like a long time, but if they're having fun for 2 hours, let them. The exhibits here at Great Explorations vary greatly, from the creativity of an art area to the role play of a firehouse. The way that kids interact here through building and creating and sharing oftentimes happens in a way that they can't get in a typical school setting. Here in the pet vet area, kids can do everything that they could do in a real vet clinic. From starting at check-in over here, to grooming and washing over here, x-rays, weighing them, the lab over here where blood work is done, and even a kennel where kids can board their pets for a long period of time. Fluffy, you're good to go. The museum is geared toward children ages 2 through 10, but that doesn't mean other people can't enjoy it too. Little ones earlier than 2 oftentimes soak up and learn just by being around other kids and socializing. Older than 10 learn how to lead younger kids in play. So there's something here for everybody. Here in the Publix My First Market, kids can explore what it's like to do something that we might take as mundane, but we do all the time: grocery shopping. Usually that's something that your child comes along and watches you do, but here you get to watch them, and that's important to them. They can learn everything from sorting and restocking, even the littlest ones know shapes and colors, to nutritional information for the biggest ones. There's everything from a checkout counter to a bakery counter to shelves lined with groceries. Even Mr. George Jenkins on the wall, just like your neighborhood Publix.
Now we've come to the Express Yourself Art Studio here at Great Explorations in St. Petersburg, and Mookie has a fine piece of sculpture that he's working on here. Mookie, tell us a little bit about the Express Yourself Art Studio here.
The idea here is that we give you the tools and the know-how to use them, and then let you go completely free with creativity. A lot of times kids, if they're taught art in a school setting, it's toward a goal. Use this, do this to make this specific thing. We're not looking for an end result or a goal or anything like that, other than just the child learning how to use these tools to express their creativity.
And art is what you make of it. Whatever you make is art in a way. So that's why the kids can come in here and they can do whatever they want to.
Absolutely. On some level, everything that's done in here is going to be better or worse than what I've done. And nobody can really say with an exact grade, that's not as good as this or whatever. They say that every child starts off an artist. It's somewhere around the age of 10 that we start learning the difference between bad art and good art. And that's why the typical adult, when they come in here, if they're challenged to do something, is kind of reticent and shy and goes, oh no, I can't even draw a straight line. But you know what? What's really important to your child is sitting down here next to them and doing it with them. You might not think it's great, but the entire experience for them is priceless. Using a loom to weave textiles, it teaches kids not only hand-eye coordination and fine motor skills and things like that, and not even only in art, but it's also an interesting conversation piece to get kids interested or educated about how fabrics were made a long time ago.
Mookie, tell us why Great Explorations is different from some of the other children museums that are out there.
From top down, Great Explorations makes all its decisions based on educational content. If a thing's not educational first and foremost, it doesn't get built. It doesn't go out on the floor here. That's the #1 priority of this museum.
We'd like to thank Great Explorations in St. Petersburg for having us out here. Make sure to stop by the museum on 4th Street in St. Petersburg and bring your kids. They'll absolutely love it.
Great X is open every day of the week, Monday through Saturday from 10 to 4:30, and on Sundays, noon to 4:30. Come on in.